Hey, cuter than most business partners, come on in. This is Sister Talk Sunday. Come on in, come on in. Give everybody a chance to pop in. I hope you got the notifications for today, Sister Talk Sunday. Come on in. I'm going to check and see if I pop up on my phone so I can share it with my team. By the way, I am Natalie Mack. I am obviously an independent consultant with the awesome Paparazzi accessories. And I just want to first, before I forget, thank you, Christy, for allowing me to come in cuter than most business partners and do this training. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. We are on an awesome team with my sponsor Cheryl Hurt and Yolanda Johnson and Christy Farmer. Oh my gosh, it's awesome. So thank you so much. And I'm gonna give everyone a chance to come on. Hey, the Bling Slinger. I can't even do it. I wouldn't even try. It's all yours, Andrea. But hey, Miss Mary Mack is here. So thank you for popping on, Andrea. So I see myself that I am live. So let me go ahead and share real quickly with my team and give people a chance to come on. We only have a quick like 30 minutes. So I'm going to be moving. But I'll tell you that really quickly. Let me go ahead and send this to everybody. Hopefully they are able to pop on. If not, they can catch the replay. Okay, I think I sent it to everybody. I don't see any comments. Hello, Donna. Hi. Hello. Let me put this back up here on my little desk tripod. Okay. All right. So we are going to get going. I wanted to give people a few minutes, but I know that those who aren't able to catch it at the beginning, you will be able to catch the replay. So when you come in, say hey to me. You know how we do. Many of us go live, so you know how it is. So say hello. I just want to be faithful and diligent to what I am asked to do. So this is, as you all know, Sister Talk Sunday, and it's supposed to be a quick 30 minutes. So because of that, I won't be able to answer questions during the live, but I will come back. I will make every effort to come back and answer any questions. And anybody else in the group. I mean, I'm not the only person with Shopify. So we are all a team. So we all are thankfully really good about helping each other. I'm just presenting information that I have. It's not new information. It's not rocket science. So if anyone has questions and somebody wants to jump in and answer, you can, or not. I'll come back in too as well. So I see, hello, Felicia. Hello. Is it Michael and Silas Ward? Hello, Azzy, Wendy. Hey. Thanks for popping in. I was trying to give people a chance because I know like you want to get here and it's busy and it's 3 o'clock on Sunday, but I don't want to hold up the time. So when you come in, say hey. So first question that I get to ask is, hey Sandra, hey Wendy, do you have Shopify? Please comment in the chat if you do. Do you have Shopify? Now I realize not everyone has Shopify, and it's not a requirement to your paparazzi business. So don't if you're new, don't feel the pressure of what's Shopify. Oh no, now it's another thing I have to get. It's not a requirement. It's a really nice, kind of very awesome thing to have, and I'll tell you a little bit about why I think that's the case, but it's not a requirement. So hey, Aurelia, Joyce, Felicia, and Andrea, I know, yeah, she says, I do have Shopify. I know. Y'all, the Bling Slinger is with us. So awesome. I just love her. She has like responded to me in Messenger so many times. So I'm thankful for her. Wendy, hello. Hanifa, Joyce. I see everybody. Hey, Yolanda Johnson. All right. One Team Gold Diggers, my upline. So awesome. So I'll go ahead and talk. Go ahead and get going. So again, when you come in, say hey and let me know if you have Shopify. Comment in the chat. I won't be able to answer questions, you all, but I will come back later and answer them. So this coming October will be my 2-year anniversary of opening my Shopify store. It has made all the difference in so many ways. Again, it's not a requirement for newbies, so don't stress about it, but I'll tell you why. For me, I love it. One is inventory management, right? As you build your business, you buy inventory, right? Because you got to have inventory to sell it. You can't sell what you don't have, but you need to know what you have so you can not oversell or so you don't undersell, right? So inventory management is key in a business like this one. I'm learning. I'm still newbie, y'all. So I'm learning, but from my experience, that's what I'm speaking from. Okay. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, hey, hey. So that's one of the ways that has made all the difference. Having Shopify is inventory management. Another is it's another sales outlet, right? Another sales funnel. We talk about I'm not good with cliches, but, and I'm going to mess this up, so I probably shouldn't have gone there, but it's one about, a rabbit having one hole, or some type of animal having one hole. I know, I wish my husband was here. He would help me with that one. But anyway, you understand it's not great to have one hole, right? It's not good to have one sales outlet. So it is another sales outlet. That's the second reason I love Shopify. The third reason is it's another invoicing option. Okay, meaning you can use your Shopify to invoice people. So that's cool. And then that helps them get connected to the other products in your catalog, and hopefully it converts to more sales. Right. And then finally, as the branding guru here, Andrea Harrison, talks about all the time, is it's another way to brand myself, because I have deliberately kept my Shopify store name the same as my paparazzi business. So that has been one of the reasons. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, hey, hey. So you do have lots of people have Shopify. So can you go ahead and post the ways that, just maybe 2-3 quick ways that, try to do it in one post, ways that Shopify has helped you and your paparazzi business. Again, newbies, please don't feel that you have to have it, but and if you're not new, but you haven't had it, but you've been thinking about it, hopefully this will give you a little bit of insight. All right. So one thing I need to say though, right, because we invest in things like Shopify, and we get all excited and we think, okay, now we got our Shopify set up, all our inventory is uploaded, all the graphics, it looks all cute and everything. And then we're like, okay, we're waiting for that cha-ching sound, right? That money. And it's like, okay, I don't hear anything. What's going on? So, all right, it's not a magic fix to increased sales. It is not. I wish it was, but it's not. So, like other parts of our business, we have to work our Shopify business. Okay. And we have to maximize all aspects of Shopify. Now, the way to know all aspects of Shopify is to research it, right? Shopify has tutorials and videos on YouTube, all kinds, and everybody has their input on Shopify. Even on Clubhouse, there are Shopify rooms. So excellent opportunities, lots of opportunities to learn about Shopify so that you can maximize all aspects of Shopify. So one of those Shopify aspects is the ability to set up channels. Okay, so those who have Shopify, you know what channels are. Channels allow your Shopify catalog to be channeled, so to speak, channeled into other sales arenas without you having to go to each one and upload your inventory arena by arena. For example, we're talking today Google and Pinterest. So without you having to go to Google and set up a Google, your inventory that way, your Shopify store functions for you in an awesome way where your catalog gets available through Google, right? It is a channel. Pinterest is another channel we will talk about today, just real quickly, right? So this whole concept of having several channels is known as a multi-channel sales strategy. A multi-channel sales strategy, which basically, y'all know, it means it's more than one way to sell, and you're not dependent upon just one channel, one method. Do you have to have multi-channels? No. It doesn't. I was going to say, it's not a lot of work to set up the additional channels. Some of them are really quick. Some of them take a little bit more time, but that would be Google. And I did a Google training in one team, because Google gets people really like ready to just completely let Google go. You don't want to do that. We're going to talk about Google in a minute. You don't want to let Google go. You want Google to be with you every step of the way until it's no longer as important as it is. And I don't know if that will ever change. Things change sometime. Google maybe one day won't be as important, but I think Google's here just like Amazon is here, right? So basically, that's a multi-sales channel. So the more channels you have, in my mind, right, the more your product, your catalog is sent out into other sales arenas, which means more customers, right? But you still got to work it. You still got to work it. All right. So there are lots of advantages to do this. No technical knowledge is needed in general. It's really easy to set up your channels, okay? Why is it so easy? Because these arenas, for example, Pinterest, they want the process to be really easy because it's a benefit to them. They have larger corporations who put ads, and it's kind of like Facebook. Facebook wants us to stay on Facebook because they allow ads to be run, and the people that generate the ads, the corporations that generate the ads want the fact that there are so many customers and viewers on Facebook, right? So, yeah. Can someone respond to Andrea? She said, are you still live? As far as I know, I'm still live. Am I still live, you all? As far as I can tell, mine is saying I'm still live. Let me know, somebody, please, if you... I guess you can only respond if I am still live, but she's saying, so it looks like I'm live. So I'll keep going until I hear differently. So, yeah, okay, great. Thank you all. Thank you so much. So basically, that the channels, for example, Pinterest and Google, make it fairly easy to set up. Google, I don't know. Sometime when I was setting up my Google and you getting those error messages from the products, you can feel like, okay, Google, do you want me to set up? Do you want me this to work? Do you want this relationship to work? Because you get really frustrated, right? Hey, Tamara Hawkins. Hey, everybody, coming on in. Okay, so, but in general, these channels are fairly easy to set up. You don't need technical knowledge. You don't have to go to Google University or Pinterest University to learn how to set these channels up. That part, okay? So, what is another advantage? Existing customer base, which means you have the potential to reach a whole nother audience, right? That you might not otherwise reach. There are faithful audiences on Pinterest that may not do as much on Google, although that's hard to say nowadays because we even have the verb Google it. So it's not likely that people on Pinterest don't go on Google because it's such a awesome search engine, but you kind of understand what I mean. Let's use another sales channel like LinkedIn. LinkedIn has a specific audience, right? It has a specific purpose and it draws a specific crowd. So to set up LinkedIn as a channel, then that would be to set up when I say LinkedIn, Linktree, as that's for a group of people who want to be able to put everything under one link. So you have to kind of look at it like you're reaching other customers. That is another advantage, okay? So, a third advantage will be it helps build brand loyalty, which I mentioned was the reason I kept my name the same, right? For my Shopify ads for my paparazzi business. So your customers can shop and they can see your brand on several different platforms. So every time somebody sees Bella Bling by Natalie on one platform or the other, it is cementing my brand, my business in that customer's mind. Does it mean that they will immediately go and shop? No, I wish that were the case, but we're called to be consistent and to show up, and we can affect increased sales in those ways, right? So we just have to be faithful to that. And brand loyalty is an advantage. So let me see what else. Some sales channels may have fees, but those are very minimal. And of course, it is a business write-off. So some important channels. Okay, did I ask already? Let me check the comments here. Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming on in. I'll pause for a moment. Okay, so would you, if those that do have Shopify, would you, if you can, list the channels you have. List the channels that you have, all right? Because we can learn from each other. So some of the channels that are really important to have is Facebook. We're on Facebook right now, so Facebook. Definitely you want to have Facebook. Linktree, I mentioned a few minutes ago, Linktree. Google, right? You want to have an online store channel. You want to have, if you go do vendor events, which I do, you want to have point of sale channel. And Pinterest, which we're going to talk about today, You want to have inbox, you want to have shop, you can have TikTok. It's just, there's just like a lot of channels you can have. And because they're all really fairly easy to set up, except for Google with its little kickbacks of your products with the error messages. Again, I did a training in one team about that. If anyone is stuck with that, maybe I'll do a training here if Christy wants me to do it in Cuter Than Most. We'd have to go like on, I'd have to go Zoom and share my screen. But okay, so I see you all putting some of the channels. I see Latifa put channels. Andrea says, yes, I have it on my TikTok. I can't get Google to behave. I know. We got it. We gotta book it. We gotta book that training because Google's kind of like funky like that. But once you figure it out, it's good. It's good. So don't give up on Google, you all. Don't get frustrated. Well, I don't want to say don't get frustrated because it's a natural reaction, but we can fix it. We can fix it. All right. So under the channel of Google, there's something now. When I say now, not like just yesterday, but fairly recent. You know, Google has now buy on Google. All right. I see you all putting your channels. Awesome. Yes. Link Pop. Right. Link Pop and Linktree. That's a whole nother That's a whole nother training. Like, what's the difference and why you want to have both? Right. Hey, Levette. So, buy on Google is completely kind of different than Google channel. Although when you set up Google channel, you then need to authorize buy, B-U-Y, buy on Google, okay? They are totally different ways to sell because when you have a Google channel, ideally you want to set up a Google business account, all right? And that would be another training. But there are different ways to sell. The similarities between Google channel and buy on Google is both get your product, your Shopify catalog, out into the Google world, okay? Both allow customers to shop from your Shopify store. Those are the two similarities. There may be more. Differences between Google and buy on Google is Google prefers, and I should say this, in my opinion, well, let me put it this way. In my opinion, Google prefers buy on Google. Now, having said that, that's my opinion. So don't run to the bank with it, all right? Google prefers buy on Google. So in my opinion, I think that they prefer it because it's like Facebook. Facebook wants to keep customers on Facebook. That's why Facebook doesn't really like when you are constantly sharing other things that take, like you're sharing things on your profile or your business page that take viewers on Facebook, off of Facebook. They click a link and they go somewhere else, right? Now they have left Facebook because that link, that click on the link took them off Facebook. Facebook wants us to stay on Facebook, right? They created a Facebook Shops, right? So basically that is, in my opinion, why I think Google prefers buy on Google, because it allows people to actually shop and search and they never leave Google. So they can shop on Google. Customers who prefer access to buy on Google, they're able to, like I said, buy directly on Google and check out. All right. So like I said, buy on Google is a program. Basically, it's available in Shopify's Google channel. And when you set up the Google channel, your approved products that you have, your catalog, are listed on Google for free automatically. And these are called product listings. And once you set up the Buy on Google program, your product listings let buyers check out directly, like I said, as well as they can click through to your online store to get more stuff. All right. Hey, Tina, one of my teammates. Hey, sweetie. So the install process is a little bit different for Buy on Google. All right. And there's a couple of things. If a customer places an order on Buy on Google, then the payment is authorized, but it's not captured. There's a difference between an authorized payment and a captured payment. And the only reason that you would notice a difference is if you set up Buy on Google, because Buy on Google requires you to have to manually go in and just capture the payment. It is an extra step, but I think it's worth it if you look at the advantages of adding Buy on Google to your Google channel. Okay. So, It basically means that authorized means that the person paid for their order. They used a payment method for their order. The payment method was put through the system, whatever the system is that checks a card and checks payment and checks funds availability, checks that card matches who they say they are. That whole process means it's gone through that process and the payment is authorized. Okay, it does not mean the payment is captured. Now, if you don't have buy on Google, this process is seamless. Payments are authorized and captured, and bam, your money is wherever it goes. All right. But I'm talking specifically about buy on Google when it's a little bit of a different process, but it's something to look into. All right. So I can talk about that a little bit later, but I know it's 3:21. I want to be good because about 3:35 maybe. I don't know if Christy's on. Christy, I know she wants me to kind of do it in 30 minutes is her vision for Sister Talk Sunday. So let me move on a little bit to talking about Pinterest, okay? Now, there is a quote I'm going to read from a VP of Shopify. It says, partnering with Pinterest to create the Pinterest channel is adding another powerful marketing tool for merchants, that's us, to share their products with a new audience. The channel, the Pinterest channel, allows merchants to easily turn their Shopify products into shoppable pins, P-I-N-S, for Pinterest over 350 million users to discover, allowing Pinterest users to purchase the item directly from the merchant store. Did y'all hear that number? 350 million users on Pinterest, right? Now we can only sell to within the US and the territories. We got that. So I don't know how many of, US and territory Pinterest account holders are, but I can bet it's a chunk of that 350 million, right? So you want to be part of that. So the channel, the rest of the quote says, the channel also makes it even easier for merchants to advertise to and acquire new customers, which is a huge win for businesses. Thank you, Donna, for letting me know. 21 minutes. Yes, now I'm 23. So Pinterest is another integration with Shopify. It's another channel, which is what we've been talking about. What are the advantages to having a Pinterest? Because we're coming to the end. Pinterest, like I said, has over 350 million users, right? 80% are women. 80% are women on Pinterest. Now, yes, we have men's jewelry, but the bulk of our jewelry is women. We want that 80%. We want that 80%. So, also, Pinterest allows what we call clickable links throughout your Pinterest account, right? Throughout your Pinterest business account that you set up. Whereas those who have Instagram know that Instagram allows link in bio, right? So you don't have an ability to like put your links different places in Instagram. It has to be link in bio, which means you have that little section of your bio. That's where your link is. Okay. So Instagram users are okay with that, but not everybody is a savvy Instagram user. So they'll be looking for your bio. Pinterest allows the clickable links to be throughout. Okay. So pins have a very long life. There's Christy. Hey. So pins have a long life. That means that your pin lasts for a long, long time. It's available to be clicked. That don't mean the inventory is there. Really, you hope it's not, right? You hope they go like 2 years later, click it and it's not there, but they will still shop because they will be able to access your Shopify store. Now, you can also add a blog to drive traffic from your blog to Pinterest. So what are some things that you could blog about? And it doesn't have to be like a long article because nobody really wants to read a long article. But what are some things that we as paparazzi consultants could blog about in short form that might help drive traffic from our blog to our Shopify? What are some things? Can you all list some things? What are some things we can blog about? things that we can even take and talk about when we are live, or we can do what all our ladies talk about: show up, right? And give content and value, right? I know Christy talks about that. Yolanda talks about that. I know Andrea Harrison talks about that. Andrea Hutch, all the people that we know talk about showing up and giving content. So these, you can write these blogs, but you can actually just do like sessions on your business page or your personal profile, if that's where you are, about the same thing. So you could double use this, your list that you make up for your blog. Christy says blog about season colors and what to match it with. Jewelry trends, right? Ellen says care for our pieces, exactly. Blog about Vegas convention tips, exactly. Everybody want to know how to survive the heat in Vegas, right? So we don't have an answer to that. You just stay hydrated and stay out of the heat, right? But you can talk about that because people are excited. How to match jewelry with outfits. Yes, how many women say to me, oh, you're always so color coordinated, looking nice. And I'm like, okay, seems simple to me, but it's not simple. It's not simple to a lot of people. And I think a lot of people would buy more jewelry if they didn't feel scared to try to match stuff, right? Stacking, exactly. Tips of styling. So those are all things that you could blog about that could just kind of get and draw, and send traffic your way from your blog. So I am bringing it to a close. I was determined to stay in the 30 minutes. So I was like, and I have my notes. I hope I didn't what is it called? Water wash, y'all. I hope I didn't just dump a bunch of, like blah blah blah, and it was like, I hope it was good content and it made sense, because I feel like I was going really really fast. But I will say that Pinterest is an untapped arena, and it needs to be tapped. It's not untapped for people, it's untapped for I think it's untapped for us, to be honest. But I'm not the expert about that. That's just Natalie Mack's little assessment, right? So I am trying to work hard on that as well, right? Now, none of these are magic fixes. They all work in tandem. The more sales funnels you have, the more you show up, the more ways you show up, all the different things, they all come together, right? And above all, we got to have patience, and we got to be able to look and see, are we showing up? I'm not a lot lately. Oh my gosh, I haven't been live in a hot minute, like hot minute, lots of hot minutes. Been pulled so many different ways, but I'm still showing up in my messenger chat. I'm still pushing my Shopify, so show up as often as you can and give yourself grace, but be consistent. And if, like I said, with Google, under Google, you have the Google channel. You want to set up a Google business account. You want to look at buy on Google. Under Pinterest, you need to set up a Pinterest business account. If you have your own Pinterest personal, you really need to set up a Pinterest business account. I could do a training on that, or you could just Google it and figure it out yourself. It's not rocket science, but it's up to, if I can do a training if I need to, but I think y'all can figure it out. I'm fine with doing it. It doesn't matter. And what else? And again, in the Google error messages, which drives everybody crazy. I could do a training on that as well. But I appreciate you also. It's 3:28. Yolanda says, I have a page and not one pin. So on Pinterest, and I will just mention, your catalog is, once you set up that channel, your Shopify catalog pops up when you do your Pinterest business account. You create pins, and then you can even create categories like, and I'm working on the categories part, but I will tell you, you can look at mine, but you can also look at Marissa's, I can't think of Marissa's oh gosh. Now I can't think of her name, but someone may know. Of course, in Elite, meaning you all know her name, Marissa's Bling. She has a Z that came out many before I started. But definitely you can look and see, because you can create categories for, like, say, it could be different categories for, like, of course, men's jewelry, wood jewelry, all of like that. But you can also create categories for, like, 4th of July, patriotic jewelry, those kinds of things. Okay. All right. So, Everybody says, Cheryl says we'll have to rewatch K-Millay. No worries, it'll be replay available. I am, is there a fee for a Pinterest business account? No, there's no fee. You just gotta go through the steps, okay? Well, let me see. Get on my calendar for that next training too. Okay, I will. I appreciate you all. Y'all, we have the best upline. I'm not just like, I don't just say stuff just to be like, suck it up, y'all. But we have the best upline because like to give us, and Yolanda's the same, to give us the opportunity, and my upline she'll hurt too, just to come and share. It's awesome. I love sharing. I'm an educator, homeschooler, basically 22 years now. So I love to teach and I appreciate the opportunity, you all. So thank you. And I'll come back in if any other questions. I will come back in and answer them. I'm going to go ahead and close. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks. Oh, I appreciate that. Makes me, I don't cry. Thank you. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end. All right. All right. You all are welcome. You are welcome.